Hello, hello. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of The Doc Is In. Today's episode is one that's a little bit more lighthearted, a little fun. I've had a lot of patients, as well as like coworkers and people I've gotten to know, ask questions about, is it normal to feel that it's difficult to make friends? Um, and I want to say, first off, making friends as an adult is really hard. um, it seemed like in grade school, everyone was your friend because, they were in proximity with you every day. You met them, you guys played on the playground together, and you made friends super duper easy. But now, like outside of family, like direct family relations, it can be very hard to make friends as an adult. And I kind of wanted to talk about that. One client that I had asked me this question, and it was one of the most difficult I've ever had to answer. And the question was simply, how do you make friends? And it was one that kind of took me for a loop because in my mind I'm thinking, oh, come on, you're an adult, you know how to make friends. But then the more I thought about it, it was like, you are an adult and it is hard to make friends. How do I go about making friends? And the thing about it is, I realize most of the time when I'm making new friends, I don't really see it as something that I'm doing intentionally. It's just something that's happening. Um, before fairly recent, I used to be very like, if I'm at work, these are not my friends. These are people that I work with. These are my coworkers. I don't go to work to make friends. I go to work to make money. I can make a friend later because ain't nobody got time for that. But now I also realize like I spend the bulk of my week with these people. There's nothing wrong with being friendly. And also my coworkers, a lot of them are like family to me. We celebrate together, we share together, we mourn and cry and laugh together. We celebrate each other's celebratory events. Um, and it's one of those things where when we're talking about making friends, I don't consider everyone a friend. Some people are just associates. You associate with them and that's it. Friends, if I'm talking friends, I mean people who you can call at any hour for anything, and they're gonna be there, and they're not gonna ask why. They don't care. They love you enough that they trust you, and without cause or reason. Um, I've been really blessed in my life, especially like looking back. I've been really blessed to have a lot of friends that I've had for upwards of, um, you know, since high school or even before. A lot of my before high school friends, I don't really associate with often, but they're cool people. And they've become more associates now than friends. But like when we're going from high school on, man, these are my ride or dies. These are, we got upwards of 15, 16, maybe even 18 years. And, that's a long time. You can't fake friendship for, 16, 17, 18 years. That's just hard. Um, so I'm really grateful for these people because they really add something special to my life. So when we're talking about how to make friends, how to make new friends, first of all, the way to make friends is fairly easy. I mean, be friendly. Be available to be a friend. And I mean, when we're talking about making a friend, it's about really being the type of friend that you want to make. Be a good person. Be, kind and caring towards others. And I feel like that energy gets reciprocated back to you. Um, the biggest thing is you're not going to make friends hiding in a room by yourself. Join a club, join a group, volunteer for something, or make friends through the friends that you have. That's a good way to go, always. It decreases the anxiety. You're not as like wound up about it, that kind of thing. So when you're talking about friends, what kind of friends should you make? So one of the things I always say is when you're making friends, make friends who have your solution and not your problem. Friends who have your problem will commiserate with you. Friends who have your solution can help you get out of the problem that you're in. So I always say, I've met people who you can tell that they're insecure by the friends that they keep. Either they keep people around them who demean them, or they keep people around them who all seem to be less successful than they are. The reason why I feel like that is a hindrance, obvious if they're demeaning you, less successful than you, the reason why I say that that's a problem is if all of your friends are less successful than you, then who do you look up to? Who's going to be your goalpost where you're like, I'm trying to be like that person? And don't get me wrong, it's not that you're trying to imitate them, but you are trying to aspire to their level or higher. I feel like if all of your friends are doing, worse or not as good as you, that's a sign of insecurity because you want to be the best of the group. And the thing is, if you're the best of your group, then where do you go? It's a quick recipe for complacency, especially if you're a comparative type person. For me, I do tend to have friends who fall on all sides of the spectrum. I always use my big brother Terrell, and my little brother or Emmanuel. They are like some of the best friends I've made in my life, and I'm so close to both of them because I view one as where I'm aiming. One is I want to see him get to where I am and succeed and surpass where I am. And I feel like we have healthy competition within us. There's a healthy competition of, hey, I want to have what you have and then some. And it's nothing negative. Man, we will celebrate with each other. When someone achieves something new, it's a cause for celebration always. And we'll celebrate with each other without any malice or anything. But at the same time, we're also there to push each other to that next phase in life. And I think that that's really, really important to have those types of associations. I say I've been very blessed. I have so many people, not just Terrell, Kirk, I call him my little brother because of size, but my little brother Dell, all of these people are people that I look up to because they have accomplished something that I feel like, wow, I want to be there or beyond there, and it's that having that group of people that can push you forward is always awesome. Having friends with similar values, it's great to have a diverse group of friends, but have just a couple like-minded people. They don't have to be everybody, of course. Everybody doesn't have to be like you, but just a couple. Have friends who have good common goals, like purpose, like people who are partners in your purpose. If success is your common goal, if maybe entrepreneurship is your common goal, you guys can work together and encourage one another to get there. In this doctoral program, I've met some awesome, awesome friends. And I mean, when I call them friends, I mean, they are my friends. And if they needed me, if I had to trek across multiple states to get to them, I would do that. They have been amazing. And I realized that some of our goals are common, and in those spaces where we can support each other, we do, and that's what makes it so awesome. I love having friends who have strengths in areas where I'm really weak. Mentioning my brother Dell. Dell has been a math and science person in my life since high school. He is amazing at what he does. He is probably the most awesome scientist that I've ever met. Well, he's at his high because there's another good friend of mine who is in the sciences, and she's amazing as well. Love you, Jazz. So they are some of the most amazing science people I've ever met in my life. They're so awesome at what they do, but I cannot do what they do. I remember Dell explaining to me some research that he was doing while he was at Harvard, and I was like, okay, break that down in layman's terms. But by that same token, I'm strong in areas where he isn't. So it's like when you have friends who complement your strengths and weaknesses, it's pretty awesome. Also, I think you should always have friends who want to learn. Man, one of the worst things someone told me was like, oh yeah, I don't read if I'm not in school. And I wasn't being like elitist or anything, but I was like, yeah, no, we're not gonna make it. We're not gonna make it. One thing I can say about all of my friends is they're go-getters. They're go-getters and they celebrate success, man. And the thing about it is you got to have people around you to give you that motivation when you don't have it. When you're sitting at home and you're like, man, I don't feel like doing anything today. You talk to them and they're like, man, I'm doing this, and this. And that's what will get you up out of bed and be like, oh, snap, I can't get left behind like that, you know? So these are really amazing people. And the thing about it is their encouragement, their passion in pursuit of their passions, that will also light you up, you know? If you, I think the expression that my pastor tends to use is something like, if you put one lit coal into a group of dead coals, that one lit one will go out. But if you surround one dead coal with a group of lit coal, they can light that dead coal up. And I feel like friendship is the same thing. If you're around a bunch of people who are not going anywhere, not doing anything, they're always doing something that's, deleterious to their health or to those around them, that's not going to be good for you. What they say, birds of a feather. I mean, you show me somebody and I can tell you who they are by the company they keep. And I don't mean to say it like this, but if all your friends are losers, you're a loser. Okay, you join the club. Don't act like, oh no, I'm better than them. You hanging around all of them. You associating with them all the time. If they're losers, you a loser too. By association, by extension, you are a loser. I'm sorry to say it. It's the truth. Don't be mad at me. Be mad at your choice of friends. The end and good night. What I will say is, remember that friendship is a give and take thing. You can't always, you have to expect that you're going to get back what you give. If you don't put a seed in the soil, you can't expect anything to grow. And you don't blame the soil, blame the farmer. You have to go by that golden rule, treat others like you want to be treated. Prepare yourself to be a friend. That's a big thing. Prepare yourself to be a friend and really work at it. Friendships, as we talked about, are relationships, and they require boundaries. They require, you setting good patterns. Friends should make you feel better, not worse. If every time friends call you like, oh, damn, I don't want to talk, mute. When that's the case, you might want to rethink it. Like, are we really friends, or are they just kind of here in my life? I don't know. So I hope that was helpful to you. To all of my friends, thank you guys. Thank you guys for being in my life. Thank you for being some amazing people. Thank you for just being there to lift me up when I'm just kind of like, meh. When I don't know how I feel about me, knowing that you guys love me means a lot, okay? And I've been very lucky to have those friends who loved me and who made me feel good about myself when I didn't. So I thank you guys for being there. I thank y'all for being my ride or dies. I thank y'all for just being a part of it. To all of you viewing, thank you so much. I don't think you guys know, this is like my 21st or 22nd video. And we are over 900 subscribers. I am so geeked about that. Being over 900 subscribers is so like geek worthy. So my birthday's coming up next week. And if you guys want to know what I want, come closer. Break 1,000 subscribers. So yeah, I'd love to break 1,000 subscribers for my birthday. That'd be freaking awesome. So like, share, and subscribe. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. All right. Love yourself. Love somebody else, because we'll all be better for it.